Okay, good morning again. Tracy, to start with, since we didn't do a bio and formal introduction in that aspect, tell us a little bit about yourself and how your journey to becoming the Executive Director of Dublin Downtown Development Authority.
Well, journey definitely makes it feel a whole lot more exciting than it really is. I'll be brief, but I think it is important for you guys to understand kind of where I come from. So short stint right after graduation at Georgia Southern, I was in tourism for a little while at the Convention and Visitors Bureau there. So that's where I got my start. And then took a leap of faith to come here to Dublin to a job that opened up at Fairview Park Hospital. And I worked my way up the ranks there for about 11 years and became VP of Marketing. And then an opportunity opened up at a small bank here locally, and took another leap of faith with Morris Bank and spent some time there. And in that time, I had the opportunity to see a lot of different industries, experience a lot of different things. And you know, in that time, I never thought I would live in Dublin, ever. I'm from Cordial, so Tara and I have that in common. And Dublin was a huge rival for Crystal County growing up, so I never thought I would live here. And when I moved here, I thought, this is different. And so probably the thing that sticks out to me the most is in the time that I've been here, in the 15 years that I have been here, the growth and the change that I've seen is unique to anything I've ever experienced. And I know that we hear that a lot. A lot of people that sit in this chair at this event tell us how special this community is. But it really is, because we've got a synergy among all of us that we really want things to go well. And so when this position came open, it's been open for a while. And you know, I thought about it, and you know, I thought, why not? I want to be a part of that. I've seen tremendous things happen, and who wouldn't want to be a part of that? So that's how I ended up here.
Fantastic, and I know you've had enough time in the office now to probably see some things that you were familiar with.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you have seen some things that maybe surprised you, maybe that you didn't know about the Downtown Development Authority. And I know from our time that we chatted about this interview, I learned some things that maybe we could share with folks this morning that they are not even aware that you guys do. So what are some surprising things to you?
So I did joke in my time at the bank that I was definitely not a banker, and I never really intended to be a banker in the traditional sense of the word. But I did love the bank, and I loved promoting the bankers that made the magic happen. So I think probably the most surprising thing to me is I thought I was leaving banking and finance and trying to figure out the numbers. But what has been awesome and surprising to me are the different incentives that the DDA offers at the local level and through the state. So locally, we have facade grants that we have available to folks that want to come downtown. It's a matching grant. So in terms of renovating storefronts and doing things to make downtown look better, we have support that we can provide for that. And at the state level, there's a revolving loan fund, and it's a low interest loan that's available up to $250,000, which is really significant when you're coming to make those capital investments downtown. So I think that's been the most surprising thing to me. You know, I'm used to the awesome events and the different changes and projects, but in terms of support that's provided, that's probably been the most surprising.
That's great to know. Tracy, you mentioned the momentum, the success that has taken place in downtown recently. So coming into this new position, do you feel a little bit of pressure, a whole lot of excitement? But what do you think about that, carrying that momentum forward?
Who in here works for Morris Bank? So pressure is actually what gets me going. So a challenge is definitely something that I look forward to. And, you know, it's exciting to step into something that's been done well. And, you know, carrying that torch into the decade is definitely what I'm looking forward to. The people that have put the foundation in place, existing businesses, the county and city officials that have come alongside them and supported, you know, it's exciting to me, and a challenge doesn't scare me, so. Okay,
and the makeup of your organization, so contrary to what some people may believe or think. That,
I don't work for you.
You can, you don't, and we don't, but we work well together, and that's fantastic. But you guys are also governed, you have a board and policies that you adhere to. So talk to me a little bit about the makeup of things. Who determines what's happening next in downtown and what those big projects are going to be?
So I joke, but But I did actually have somebody come to a meeting and they went to the chamber yesterday because they thought that I worked at the chamber. So that was kind of a joke, but really I don't work for he. So we are a nonprofit, but we are not a nonprofit in the traditional sense that most people think. We are not a 501c3, we are not a 501c6. We are a nonprofit government agency. And so we gained our power. The state decided that the local city officials could designate an entity that is a cheerleader for downtown and to implement those initiatives. So we gain our power by way of the city through the state. And we are governed by a local board that's made up of county, city, business representatives for downtown. And we also have liaisons that are city and county officials as well as chamber liaisons. So we have a good cross-section of those that are determined and they have buy-in and they want to see downtown prosper. So we also have a great team of staff members. And my staff, I include the downtown businesses because you guys are an extension of the downtown staff as well. But thank God for Jordan Crowd. If I didn't have her, I don't know what I would do. She's the program manager. She's been there for about a year now. And so thank God for her. I'm also thankful, and this is really unique in the fact that Liz, who was with downtown, and Tara, who was with downtown, are still in downtown. And so I think we have a really awesome team in place for 2020.
That's important to have that support. Tracy, give us a really brief update on the numbers, any final numbers that you have that you could share with us. I know there was a lot of success, a lot of successful projects, but kind of recap 2019 before we get into the future.
So I have fiscal year 2018 numbers. Yay, they work. So these are our stats from last year, and I won't insult you guys by reading those, but it's no secret that we had a lot of activity in downtown last year. Probably the most memorable for us would be the opening of the plaza. And we still have some fine tuning to do on that. It is complete, but we have some finishing touches that we're going to come back in and make sure that that project is truly complete. But you can see that, 3.8 million invested, and that's public and private, and that is tremendous. So probably that would be what I would want everybody to focus on, is just the impact that those dollars and in new jobs in terms of progress there. Obviously in 2020 into the new decade, the board will be meeting in March for our strategic meeting and planning for what's ahead. And without giving away all of our secrets, diversifying what we see downtown. We've got some incredible boutiques, we've got some incredible restaurants, we've got some on the cusp of opening. But I think continuing to diversify the offering that we have downtown is really important. You may not see a lot of brick and mortar change, but I think in terms of recruitment and seeing the businesses come in for those open retail spaces that we have is going to be a focus.
So would you say that would be your goals maybe for 2020?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then I love to ask this question to folks, but if you had unlimited resources, and of course if politics were not involved, what would be the thing that you
I hoped everybody would laugh at that.
What would be the first thing that you would do in downtown Dublin?
So a hotel in downtown Dublin would probably be my pie in the sky. Don't everybody fall out of your chair. I'm making no eye contact with parts of the room. No, really, in my old world, I have seen this model work very well for recruitment in terms of bringing traffic downtown. I know that a lot of our businesses are very interested in growth, and growth means different things to different people. Growth can mean numbers. Growth can mean traffic in your restaurant. Growth can just mean notoriety in the state on success. So I think that a motel in downtown is very different and very far-fetched for a lot of people to wrap their heads around. But if we can go after some conferences, not huge conferences, but some moderate-sized conferences to bring people to downtown that would never otherwise set foot in our community, to shop and eat and hang around and enjoy what we've done, the fruits of our labor downtown, I think it's a great way to bring in new traffic.
Amen.
I like that. Lance spoke earlier about some development around the other side of the courthouse, and of course you guys have a great relationship with the city and the county. Talk to me a little bit about the future and what you think as far as technology. I know Dublin is working really hard to be broadband ready. You mentioned maybe Wi-Fi in restaurants and different things such as that.
So I know smart cities are a big topic of conversation in some metropolitan areas. And for those that may not know what that term is, it's literally using digital connected devices to help you solve the problem. And I know smart city's been thrown around in some of the chamber talk. So I think, and I play off the word smart, I think what's smart for us in downtown is determine if we want to be innovative, not necessarily smart. And I think being innovative can also be traditional. So for example, I eat downtown a good bit, and I've experienced the crosswalk being a little scary at times. And y'all know the crosswalk that I'm talking about on Jackson. So a smart digital option to that would be a blinking crosswalk. Sounds like a good idea. But I don't know that it's the best idea for downtown Dublin in terms of us keeping in touch with our historical roots and the look and feel. So a digital and smart option would probably not be the best, and a raised, sidewalk speed bump type median situation would probably be a better, more innovative choice for us, and not necessarily the digital and smart way. If we see a problem like we have, if we can say that we have a problem with crime, the chief's already addressing that in Lance with the cameras, so that is a smart alternative to that. But I think we just need to be real strategic going forward, and not to get away from the historical uniqueness that we have. Let's not just go for what's new and shiny. Let's go for what works for downtown.
Tracy, you got a great room of folks here, a great room of support. As I look around this room, a lot of very influential people in this room. What can we do to help you?
So you all know the events and the different things, our banner functions that we have downtown that we work hard to bring traffic for everyone that's down there. We are always looking for support. I just finished up with a sponsorship packet for 2020. I know many of you have already sponsored a lot of our events and different things that we do downtown. I'd love to talk to you if you've ever been interested in supporting downtown. We'd love to tailor a package for you if you don't see something in the package that works for your business. No donation is too big or too small, nor does it have to be dollars. We can talk and get creative. We'd love to help you promote your business. Even if you aren't a traditional downtown business, we'd love to get your name out down there and see what we can do to partner together.
Tracy, you got a minute for one or two questions?
If y'all be nice.
Anybody have any questions you would like to ask this morning? Everybody's quiet this morning. Let's show our appreciation and say thank you.